Hello, and welcome to the Quick Start video for the Circle Skirt Pattern Calculator, available for purchase as an interactive PDF download at biggirlclothes.com. A link has been provided below. Before you open the file, you will need to have the seam allowance, waist, hips, and length measurements ready. Also remember to take and use the waist measurement at the location where you want the finished skirt to rest on the body. When you open the file for the very first time, you are viewing the contents. Do not print the entire file. This is an interactive file that needs your input first, and you will only need to print certain pages depending on what type of skirt you configure. To begin your skirt configuration, click the calculator button. You can enter a name and date if you like. Be sure to make an entry in all of the required fields, noted with a red asterisk, which means you may have to enter a 0 in some fields, as in the case of a seamless full circle skirt. You may notice warnings coming up as you make entries. You don't have to worry about the warning until you are finished entering your data. Once all the required fields are filled in, the diagram in the lower right will show the measurements needed to draft the pattern. Click the View Results button. Note the measurements in the gray boxes. These are the numbers you will use to draft the pattern in conjunction with the draft instructions provided when you click the View Instructions button. Also note that the suggested fabric amount may be given in a single layer square. The numbers in yellow are the measurements you need to keep in mind while sewing. The pink wording is a summary description of the skirt that you configured. And the fabric layout and image gives a general idea on how to lay out the pattern on the fabric in order to cut out the skirt pattern. If the fabric size required is larger than the width of your fabric, you will have to make adjustments like adding panels. At this point, you can save the file, or you can just print the results page by clicking Print Results. You will see here that you are only going to print just this page. To print the drafting instructions, click the box next to Print Instructions, then click the Print Results button. And you see here we are now going to print 2 pages. You can also click this button to print a page that will give you the information that can be cut out and taped to your pattern for later reference. At this point, you will move on to actually drafting the pattern, which I will demonstrate in a later video. But basically, per the draft instructions, you will need to mark the top and bottom cutting lines, the adjusted waist seam line, and the bottom hem fold line. These are the numbers you will be using to mark these lines on the paper in order to draft the pattern. Please remember that the resulting measurements you see on this page include the seam allowances and hems, so be sure to mark them or make note of that on your pattern. General sewing steps are provided by clicking the Sewing the Skirt button. You should read through them to pick out what pertains to your particular skirt configuration. You may also need to add steps if you choose extra embellishments. Also remember, this is a download that lives on your device so that you do not have to be connected to the internet in order to use it. Thank you for watching and have a great day.